Hi everyone, welcome to the next episode of Real Sense Retirement. I'm your host, Isaiah Rial. In today's episode, I'm sharing with you my market update for the month of May. Now, there's two things I want to go over with you. Number one, we're going to go over the volatility in the markets right now. People are talking about the word correction. They've been asking me, Isaiah, are we in a correction? Are we headed towards a correction? I'm going to talk about that. And the second thing I want to talk about is what are the reasonings or what are the items that are possibly adding to this volatility in the markets and what that means to you and what that means to your portfolio. So let's start with the first piece here. Right now, and as I film this, it's Thursday, May 13th. We're having a little bit of volatility in the markets. All three major indices are up and down, up and down. The Nasdaq's in a little bit of a correction, and it looks like the S&P and the Dow may be headed towards a correction. So let's talk about that. What is a correction? Let's define that. A correction typically is when the index, the market, pulls back by 10% from its all-time high. Of course, that can change. People say 5, 10, 15, but standard-wise is if it pulls back by 10% from the all-time high, we're probably looking at a correction. Now, the Nasdaq had a correction here recently, months ago. Looks like we're in another one right now. But the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, we really haven't seen a true correction in quite some time. When was the last time we saw it fall from 10% from its all-time high? You guessed it, March of last year when we shut down. And so it's been quite some time since we've had a pullback in those indexes. And so if that's happening right now, it shouldn't come as a surprise. Corrections typically happen 2 to 3 times a year on average. It's part of the market cycle. And so as investors, we need to be aware of corrections. We need to be prepared for corrections. And so if you want to look at your portfolio, see what investments are inside there, take a look at your risk tolerance. Is your risk tolerance and the investments you have in your portfolio, are they matching up right now? Because with volatility, it makes us start thinking, should we be making some adjustments? Should I be doing something? If you're asking yourself that question, talk with your financial professional, see if there needs to be an adjustment or leave as is, or if you have questions, I'm always here as a resource. Now, let's transition. Why are we possibly having some volatility in the markets? I think there's 2 reasons why. Number one, inflation. We've been talking about inflation for quite some time. Now the numbers are here. Inflation is here. I'm sure you're seeing it at the gas pump. I'm sure you're seeing it at the grocery store, at Home Depot, if you like lumber. Inflation's here. And why is that? Because the government, the Fed, we've been printing so much money because of what's happened here since coronavirus happened that it's making inflation go higher. And I think inflation is going to be here to stay for quite some time. So with inflation here, people start asking the question, what's going to happen? Are prices just going to go higher? Is the government going to kick in here and do something about it? And that's where the uncertainty comes in. And of course, if you listen to my content in the past, what do the stock market likes? It likes certainty. What does the stock market not like? It does not like uncertainty. And so right now we have a little bit of uncertainty with inflation rising. And with that being said, here's the second thing I think that's causing a little bit of this volatility is interest rates. Now, typically speaking, a tool that the government uses, the Fed uses, when we're having inflation is they raise interest rates. Now, they've come out saying that they're thinking about it. They haven't made any actions towards that. But if they do, that means that mortgage is going to be a little bit higher, loan rates, credit cards, everything in between. So typically that's not as favorable for you and I when we're looking to get loans and looking to spend. If you look big picture, we're still historically low for interest rates. But of course, the stock market likes when interest rates are low, inflation is low, people are able to spend their money freely. So those 2 items are causing a little bit of uncertainty out there. Big picture, I do think the stock market still has room to run. We're poised for some strength. Again, if you look at the big picture, The Fed is here to help. If they need to print more money, they will. That is a positive thing for the economy and the stock market. The government's come out, the Fed's come out saying they do want to keep interest rates semi-low for right now. That is a good thing moving forward. And of course, because people ask me this question, what's the best tool for inflation? It's stocks. It's most of the things that people have in their portfolios. Stocks are a great tool for inflation. So I wanted to share that with you. That's my market update for the month of May. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.